everybody? How are we doing this evening? Happy Wednesday. We are back for another episode of Wiki-Wednesday. The ever-evolving Twitch stream. Started off with me just falling down a wiki rabbit hole by myself, but now each week I've been inviting a guest to hang out with me. You can check out all of our past episodes on YouTube. I've had Mimi as a Nerd, Alan the Yellow-Eyed, the Rusty Panda, and this evening I have Angelfelis with us. You may recognize her if you hang out with us on Sunday Funday Monday. She is usually hanging out in the chat saying very smart and inappropriate things. And submitting, last week she submitted artwork with way too many of my faces on it. But this evening she will be joining me. I'm going to make you appear like someone on Star Trek. Here we go. You're transitioning in. Hello, Angel. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing all right.
Thank you for being here tonight.
Yes, thank you for inviting me.
I am excited. So I told Angel that we can start with any subject she would like to talk about. And she wants to talk about Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome. So that is where we will be starting. I keep asking. E-H-L-E-R-S.
Yes.
Danlos.
It is me. Hello, chat.
Syndrome. Hello. Yeah, we got her on cam and everything. Look at that. I'm
just gonna keep it.
I'm liking these virtual hangouts. I can look this way and it looks. Hello, Angel. How are you?
Hi.
It's like I'm talking to you in real life.
Oh, I don't know which way I'm facing.
That's right. That's good.
I don't remember if it's flipped or not.
But yes, hello everybody. Welcome in. We are going to be starting off with Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome, and then we're just going to see where the conversation takes us from there. If you have any questions throughout, please feel free to throw them into the chat, and I will get those over to Angel. So we make sure that if anybody has any questions along the way, how much does Elmo? How much does Elmo owe? Oh, $20. He owes Gordon $20. I see what you're doing there. 20 bucks.
How much Elmo does Elmo owe if Elmo would Elmo owe?
How much does Elmo owe? If Elmo owe 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's easy.
$20. So starting with Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I just read the first part of this, and then just so we can get chat up to give them some base information to work off of? Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome are a group of rare genetic connective tissue disorders. The symptoms may include loose joints, joint pain, stretchy velvety skin, and abnormal scar formation. These can be noticed at birth or in early childhood. Complications may include aortic dissection, joint dislocation, scoliosis, chronic pain, and early arthritis. Do you want to talk about your history with this syndrome?
Yeah, so like it said, it is genetic, so I was born with it. It comes from my mom's side. Mom, thanks, appreciate it. It's a genetic connective tissue disorder. Basically, the collagen in your body doesn't form properly for whatever reason.
Okay.
Like it produces it, but it's weaker than it should be.
Mm-hmm.
So like collagen supplements don't do anything because that just makes you produce more when you don't need more.
Okay.
And yeah, so I was diagnosed at 18. Like for most of my childhood, it was just a weird, like, there's so many different symptoms and they're all they don't seem like they'd be connected unless you have this disorder. Like, so like, it's very like, you have heart problems, skin issues, migraines, neurological issues, just all sorts of weird things that don't seem like they should be connected, but they are.
Yeah, I was looking into this briefly earlier today, and there seems to be, like, I don't know if it's several different forms or just several different side effects from it. Yeah,
so there are different types. I don't remember how many there are now. It was like 9, I think, at some point. There may be more.
Mm-hmm.
They basically, it's all like the same reason, I believe, but it's different symptoms. Like it causes different symptoms depending on which type you have.
So it says this group of disorders affects connective tissue across the tissues across the body, with symptoms most typically present in the joints, skin, and blood vessels. Effects may range from mildly loose joints to life-threatening cardiovascular complications. Due to the diversity of subtypes within the EDS family, symptoms may vary widely between individuals diagnosed with EDS. And then they go on to give you a bunch of different examples here. It looks like some people have like hyperextended joints, and joint dislocation is a common thing. Is that something that affects you?
Yeah. So there's two different types. There's subluxation of joints and dislocation. Subluxation is basically when it pops out but then immediately goes back into place, whereas a full dislocation is it's completely out of socket. You have to get it manually put in.
Okay.
I've had a few dislocations in my life that were not fun, but mostly it's subluxations. Like I can pop my jaw out of place if I feel like it. I won't because I'm not allowed to. But
okay.
Yeah, it's I've always had very flexible joints, especially in the hands. And what's the rarity do it now? Sorry, I just looked down at the chat because Panda asked.
Oh, sure.
What the rarity is.
Oh, yeah. Do you know, like, how many, like, a percentage in America or in the world, maybe?
I don't know off the top of my head. I want to say it was less than 2% at some point. I know that it's becoming more common as doctors learn more about it and learn to recognize the symptoms and therefore diagnose more people who have it. So, like, it's definitely, it's a very underdiagnosed condition. Like, a lot of doctors don't know about it. So getting a diagnosis, even if you have it, is hard.
And how old were you when you were diagnosed?
I was 18 when I was diagnosed.
You were 18. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you notice things like over time? Like what made you go get diagnosed for this?
Oh, so it's funny because I had never heard of it until like that year. But my mom's friend has it, and she was posting facts about it on Facebook. And my mom was like, wait a second, all of that sounds really fucking familiar. Like, that's a little too familiar. So she looked it up and was like, oh my God, this is literally it. And then we found a doctor who specialized in the condition. And he was able to be like, yeah, no, you absolutely have it.
Oh, wow. So it's from like a posting on Facebook?
Yeah, like literally just someone who happened to get it and then was talking about their experience, and it was like, oh,
wow.
That's
like, did you notice things over time? Did you have things that you noticed?
Yeah, it's weird because like almost all of my siblings, or if not all of my siblings, have it. So like growing up, the things we were dealing with was very normal for us. Like my siblings had it, so of course it's normal. It's very like, oh yeah, everyone passes out for no reason upon standing up, things like that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like school years that it was like, okay, like something's different. Like it's not just me and my siblings doing this. There's a lot of people who aren't the same way. And I think that's about when it started to really be obvious to me that something was wrong. And I blanked for a second. Sorry.
Yeah.
How a common recurring theme.
How old were you when you noticed, as opposed to when you got diagnosed? Was it earlier?
One thing was that. So usually symptoms tend to get worse at puberty age. When you start hitting puberty is when the symptoms really start to come out. That's when like the pain tends to happen, more subluxations as your like joints settle in as an adult or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'd say it was like around 14 that I was like, something's off. Like I don't feel good all the time. I'm blacking out. I'm getting horrible migraines. I bruise really easily. Just all these little things that it was like, okay, we need to figure something out. And I'd been to doctors like from that age on, just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Because again, and no doctor had mentioned like, oh yeah, maybe this is a possibility. I've heard of this weird thing. Because it, again, like back like just 10 years ago, nobody knew about it. Basically no one knew about it. It was so uncommon of a disorder.
Wow. A diagnosis can be made by an evaluation of medical history and clinical observation. And the Brighton criteria are widely used to assess the degree of joint hypermobility. DNA and biochemical studies can help identify affected individuals. Diagnostic tests include collagen gene variant testing, collagen typing via skin biopsy. Did you go through any of this?
So the type that I have, there's only some of the types have a genetic marker that will tell you, yes, you have this. Now, the one I have, type 3, which is the hypermobile type, is solely based on medical history and the wow, I forgot what the word it was. The Brighton test. I lost it.
The Baton? I might be reading that wrong. Baton, BABEI. Let's see. As of July 2000, hypermobility was diagnosed by the Baton.
Yeah, so it's things. It's a certain amount of bendiness of your joints, basically.
Okay.
As well as like doing this is the thing that you're not supposed to be able to do if you're normal.
Wait, what did you do? So you're bending your fingers all the way.
Yeah, all the way back. My thumb can reach.
Oh yeah, I definitely can't do that one. That's not. That's
different things, and then there were a few that were standing up that I'm not gonna showcase that one.
That's probably good. Do they have a hyper stretchy skin? Do you have that as well?
Don't tell me what to do, Mom. I'll do tricks if I want. I'm a grown up.
Listen to Mom.
I don't have the really stretchy skin. Mine really doesn't stretch as much as some people. I know people whose skin are very stretchy. Mine's not. I do have the velvety, sensitive, easy bruising skin.
Okay.
But I personally did not get the might throw up. I'm sorry, Apple Man.
I do know that there's a guy, Gary Turner, who holds the record for stretching his skin the farthest.
Yeah.
It's because he has a severe case of Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome. He pulled it. He pulled it out 6.5 inches. Is the world record for pulling. He pulled it from his abdomen, and it was 6.5 inches.
Fun. Yeah. No, I've never been able to do that. I definitely have friends. I've found more people who have it since I found my diagnosis. There's a lot of support groups on Facebook, for example. So I've met a lot of people, and I know a few who just it stretches. It's very stretchy. And I don't have that one.
Is there a cure for this, or are you feeling pain? Is there anything you do for that? Is it what do you do that's preventative of joint dislocation? And is there anything you can do, or are they moving in that direction, or?
So there is no cure. There's no 100% boop, it's gone.
Okay.
There are treatments that are basically just about controlling symptoms, making symptoms as less painful as they can be. So I'm on pain medication, for example, to help with a lot of the joint pain and things like that. I'm on migraine medication. I'm on a heart medication to help for the postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, which also comes with EDS often.
Okay.
My roommate just asked, did I already know that the translucent skin was a symptom of EDS? I think I've told you, but I don't know that you remember. But yeah, I have. So we have very sensitive skin. You can see the veins really easily.
Like this, if I pull up this picture?
Yeah, all like that. Yep. I got all that. I've got under my eyes. All that fun, good stuff. Not actually a vampire. But are we not?
Does that do anything for sun exposure? Do you get sunburned easily or something like that? Or?
So that's the weird thing. I've never been super easy at getting sunburned. I actually tan really well. My mom and my siblings, on the other hand, they have to be very careful with sun exposure because they will get bright red. Okay. It does cause problems because our some of us, not everyone with Ehlers-Danlos, but a lot of us don't sweat normally. We have either a decrease or no sweat production. So we're more likely to experience heat stroke because our body doesn't cool itself down properly.
Okay. Yeah, we're talking about.
You don't sweat either.
Yeah, we were talking about Panda last week. Fabre, am I saying that right? Panda. We were talking about she has. I think it's Fabre. Yeah, fat-brain disease,
Interesting.
where she does not sweat,
Yeah,
is
that's
part of that.
interesting.
So you don't
Have you
sweat.
looked into Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome, Panda?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if that would be the same thing or not. If I go through these
I am now.
diagnoses, like I'm assuming these are all different. I mean, look at how many different. There's 13 different ones.
Yeah,
And
so
do
with...
any of these look familiar to you? Vascular variant.
Yeah, I've heard of vascular. That one is usually like the very much really bad severe heart problems that people have died from.
Kyphoscoliosis. You have any
I don't recognize
scoliosis
that one.
or
Not necessarily.
okay. Here,
It's been a while since I've looked at the list.
yeah, there's quite a bit that goes into it.
But yeah, it causes a lot of different issues because collagen is basically in everything. I don't know if it's in everything, but it almost makes up everything in your body. So like your heart, your veins, your bones, your teeth, your gums, your eyes, everything is a little fucked up.
Wow. Panda said the diseases overlap in a weird way, so I'm like looking into this heavily.
Yeah, no, it's an often misdiagnosed condition, Ehlers-Danlos is, and I imagine yours is too, because I've never heard of it, and I just assume that all of the conditions people don't know a whole lot about are often misdiagnosed, because instead of trying to find the real answer, doctors often are like, we'll just say it's this, and go on your way. Like, I want you out of my office, you're taking too much time, like, this is what you have, bye.
Yeah, time is money, so let me just diagnose off things I already know. So instead of one diagnosis, you're getting 3 different diagnoses of 3 different things.
Right.
Not knowing it's
and
under one umbrella, and like, yeah.
Yeah, it's not under the same umbrella, and therefore the treatments might not be the proper ones for what condition you have.
Do you have a specialist in your area?
I do.
Is it someone that you go see at any point, like once a year?
I haven't, because he recently, my insurance doesn't take him anymore. So unfortunately, I haven't been able to see him in a while.
Damn.
I want to, because I'm still having, serious symptoms that the medication I'm on is not completely helping with. But that's just kind of a matter of money and good old healthcare.
Yeah. Oh, our healthcare system.
Yeah, does the wiki not mention zebras, Stalyar?
Zebras?
So the mascot for Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome is the zebra, because when people hear hoof steps, they often think, it must be a horse. But for Ehlers-Danlos, you want to look for the zebra. You want to look for the weird diagnosis that maybe you don't think it should be, because it's more likely to be a horse, but it is the zebra.
Wow. Huh.
I am on Lyrica, Rusty Panda. Gabapentin did not work for me.
It says under management, it says there's no cure for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is known, and treatment is supportive. Close monitoring of the cardiovascular system, physiotherapy, occupational therapy, and orthopedic instruments, wheelchairs, bracing, casting may be helpful. This can help stabilize the joints and prevent injury. Orthopedic instruments are helpful for the prevention of further joint damage, especially for long distances. Although individuals are advised not to become dependent on them until other mobility options have been exhausted, people should avoid activities that cause the joint to lock or overextend.
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of effects this could have down the line?
A lot of people end up, a lot of people are on disability. I personally am on disability because of it. I can't work because, one, I can't stand for a long period of time. 2, severe migraines make it difficult to do an at-home job because I can't really base a work life off of, well, what if tomorrow I end up with a migraine? There's no job that you can do that they're like, when you feel like it. I mean, maybe streaming, but
Yeah.
maybe still,
Yeah.
like doing tricks. Shut up. Don't tell me what to do with my life. What if I want to do tricks? My roommate's picking on me.
Mom!
Mom! But yeah, I use a wheelchair when I have to be out of the house for longer periods of time.
Okay.
I can obviously walk. I can walk okay. but the longer I'm on my feet, the more like the heart problems tend to kick in,
Okay.
where I feel like I'm gonna faint or pass out, and being able to sit down kind of alleviates that. But yeah, a lot of people end up in wheelchairs almost permanently. Obviously, no one's in a wheelchair permanently, but for the most part, they have to be in a wheelchair because they can't walk.
Okay.
I know there was a lady who has Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome that went completely blind at like the age of 20, 30 because of it.
Wow.
You must be so strong. Thank you. Yeah, and don't forget to smash that follow button.
Yeah, don't forget to smash that follow button.
Thanks, TipsyBot.
Thanks, TipsyBot, keeping us in line. Are there any activities or anything that you can do that helps alleviate this? Meditation or arts and crafts, or like anything that you find distracts or helps or is therapeutic in any way?
A lot of people do yoga because it's one of the low intensity exercises that we can do. We're not supposed to do like heavy weightlifting or anything like that because that can damage the joints more than it helps.
Okay.
They definitely recommend like you want to be able to build muscle, but you don't want to build too much. Like you don't want to hurt yourself trying to build muscle, because usually we need that muscle to keep our joints in place because our joints have decided they're done doing their job and they're not going to keep our joints in place. So we kind of have to rely on more muscle. But so like swimming is a really good low intensity exercise that a lot of people recommend.
Okay.
I haven't been to a pool in like a year because, well, we've seen it happen inside.
Yeah.
All of that.
You
don't want to get swole. Yeah, Beaver, you really don't want to get swole.
You wouldn't find me. I have an intense fear of water, like pools and oceans and stuff. I wouldn't be able to do that.
Fair. I don't like water I can't see in. If it's clear water, I'm good.
Okay.
But anything murky, I'm like,
Yeah, if I can't see my feet.
Yeah, nope.
I don't know what's going on down there.
Bad.
What's going on down there?
Yeah, I'll get in a pool, and if it's murky, I'm like, there's going to be a giant octopus. I know there's not a giant octopus there, but it's absolutely in there.
It's going to be jellyfish. I was stung by a jellyfish as a kid. That may have been sparked a lot of it. I thought Tipsy was going to say getting swole. I also have an intense fear of getting swole. That's the thing. I'm like, I'm going to have to get 2 webcams at some point to get all of this in there because these things can only go so wide. Look out.
Yep, can't get too swole.
So strong.
Dangerous. It's scary. Is there a fear? Is that a condition?
Is what?
Maybe we can Google next. The fear of gaining muscle.
Fear of gain. Let's see. Let's check the Wikipedia. Fear of getting swole. Let's see if this is anything on Wikipedia. Fear of getting. They say, did you mean fear of getting sword? I mean, that's a whole other fear.
I do have a fear of getting sword. If
I click on that,
is too many.
Now it starts giving me like sword art online. There's a 2012 TV series, Sword Art Online.
Looks like it is an anime.
It looks like an anime, yeah. Sci-fi anime.
I have watched it, unfortunately.
Oh, you have?
Just kidding. Huh? No one get mad at me. I don't know if anyone out there is super into it, but
they're like, that's my favorite.
All right, you never know.
Before we segue into...
Steve Jordan said it's a good show. You're wrong, but I respect your opinion to be wrong.
Before we segue into another topic that Angel really wanted to make sure that I covered this evening, 100%. Does anybody have any questions for Angel about Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome that we did not cover here? We will gladly answer these at this time before we go into the topic that I was basically held at gunpoint and told that I need to talk about this next subject tonight, or she will never show up for an SFM segment again. So, any questions?
Real quick, Rusty Panda asked if I do physical therapy. Assuming that's what you meant by PT. I don't know if it means anything else. But yeah, I've been to physical therapy. Unfortunately, insurance only covers so many sessions a year. So it's like, okay, do a few months physical therapy and then it's done. We have to wait till insurance resets or whatever in like August or something. It helps. It definitely helps. The most important part is having a good physical therapist. a lot of the time people go to physical therapy and it's like, oh yeah, just bounce on a ball for 30 minutes while I stand over here and do something else. And it's like, it's not really helpful. But I had a wonderful physical therapist that I got really lucky to see, and she was amazing. It was one-on-one. So like I refuse to do any physical therapy that is one teacher person and 12 other people. Like it's just not what you need. And you want someone who knows about Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, because a lot of the times, a lot of the exercises will push you too far, and that will end up hurting your joints. And so it's like, it's a fine balance of getting. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
Yeah,
Mom.
Mom wanted to know if he fell from heaven. Did it hurt?
Yeah.
What kind of exercises do they have you doing at physical therapy?
It's a little hard to explain.
Okay.
A lot of them are like very low impact muscle building exercises.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it in depth because it's stuff like pushing against a wall.
Okay.
It's like little things that like it's not going to hurt yourself, but it's going to help build that muscle further. You know, core exercises are a really important one. Sometimes that's literally just tightening the abdominal muscles and holding it for a bit.
Yeah.
Pushing the door that. Yeah, Beaver.
Pushing the door that says Paul, little things like that. Yeah, I was actually looking at. I found a video today of someone doing like low impact ab exercises. And one of them was just to hold your arms straight up above your head for like 2 to 3 minutes. And you don't actually have to do any, but that engages your core. And they're like, if you don't like crunches or anything like that, like this is one you can do to still strengthen that same area. So I was wondering if it was things like that.
Yeah, things like that. They had me do what are called hip thrusts on the ground. It's basically you lay on the ground, you put your knees up, and you lift your butt and you squeeze in your butt cheeks, and then you hold that for a couple seconds and let it go, and then just keep doing that for a bit. And it helps with some of that core and glute muscle. You know the one. A
lot of the just the few exercises that you've explained to me right now are definitely ones that I've done at Disney. We had to go to, it was called Stretch and Flex, and we had to go to that every morning. The puppeteers had to go and do these. So as you're saying them, these exercises, I'm remembering doing them every morning at Disney. Like these are all like all of the ones that you're saying.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that's really funny. They're good exercises even for people who don't have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Maybe you're a puppeteer.
Well, don't call anyone.
Oh, sorry.
Come on.
Sorry about that. Yeah. I made the mistake of telling people, and look where I am. Yeah. if you're a puppeteer, keep it a secret.
Yeah,
don't tell anybody. You're better off. All right, should we segue into the subject that you really wanted to talk about?
We are going to talk about, I think it's spotted hyenas, and their beautiful, wondrous pseudo penises.
This is what we want to make sure. A puppeteer? No, he said a profiteer. So she wanted to make sure we cover the subject of spotted hyenas and their pseudo penises. So that is what we will be spending the next hour and a half on. If you have any questions, write them down now, because we are going to be going into these. Just a quick blip about spotted hyenas, so everyone's on the same page. These are also known as the laughing hyena. It's a hyena species currently classed as the sole extant member of the genus Crocuta. Native to sub-Saharan Africa. It is listed as being the least concern in the IUN on account of its widespread range and large numbers, estimated between 27,000 and 47,000.
It's a good amount. It's a good amount of individuals.
Oh, yeah.
A good half of them with pseudopenises.
A good at least half have pseudopenises.
Probably half.
The species is, however, experiencing declines outside of protected areas due to habitat loss and poaching. The species originated in Asia and once ranged throughout Europe for at least 1 million years until the end of the late Pleistocene. The spotted hyena is the largest known member of the Hyenae. That sounds like a Gatorade brand. And Hyendae or a Hyundai Sonata,
A Hyundai Sonata.
is further
Caracata.
it is,
Percuta.
it is further physically distinguished by other species by its vaguely bear-like build, its rounded ears, its less prominent mane, its spotted pelt, and more dual-purposed dentition.
Their teeth.
Its fewer nipples, and the presence of
My favorite part.
and the presence of a pseudopenis in the female.
Yay!
It is the only mammalian species to lack an external vagina opening, having a pseudopenis instead.
And they give birth out of their pseudopenises.
Sounds like something hyenas would want you to think. Nothing to be concerned about here. Keep an eye on those rhinos. We're doing fine. Hold on.
I don't know what to do with this information.
Well, buckle up because we're going in further. Let's click on anatomy and see what they have under anatomy here. But like, look at that face.
Oh, they're cute. I love hyenas.
Look at that. It has a very bear-like face.
And they are not related to dogs. They're more closely related to cats than dogs.
Oh. You hear that, Butch? You might be getting a roommate, buddy. How do you feel about pseudopenises?
They do have a very strong jaw and bite strength. I don't remember what the PSI is. It might be on here. One individual in the study was found to exert a bite force of 4,500 newtons on the measuring instrument.
What does a newton relate to?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Yeah, what in the world is what am I supposed to, like, fig newtons? Like, that's the only newton I'm really familiar with.
We're gonna have to get Mom on the call just so she can burst out laughing.
Sorry, you can hear me burst out laughing. Yeah, I only know it in terms of what's the cookie force. It doesn't take me too much force for me to bite into a fig newton.
Yeah, so let's here real quick. I'm just gonna look up what the biggest bite force is.
Okay.
So that we have an idea of like what that is in comparison.
Okay.
So wait, that doesn't make sense. That's not PSI. I don't know what 4,500 newtons is. It's not PSI.
What animal has the largest bite force? And this one how much was this one? This one is. Where did you did you find it on Wikipedia?
It is under anatomy. It's like the very end of the anatomy section, like right above dimensions.
Let's see. A bite force of this. So they have 565.7 newtons at the canine tip and 985.5 newtons at the carnassial aecone. That doesn't mean anything to me. So almost 1,000 newtons. Okay, so what did you find?
So the biggest one is the saltwater crocodile, which has a PSI of 3,700 on average. So it's
it's
about a third of a saltwater crocodile.
Yeah, it's like a quarter to a third of what a crocodile can do. How much is impressive? How much does like a cat have?
like a domestic cat?
Yeah, let's see like how low.
Cat bite force.
If they're related to the cat. Like
73 with their canines and 118 with the carnassials. Their little baby bites.
And then how much do we have as humans?
Oh god. Human bite force.
I'm trying to get a good gauge here.
Second molars can exert a force between 1,100 and 1,300 newtons, beating the orangutan, gibbon, and Australopithecus.
And the spotted hyena.
Boom. Get fucked by a hyena.
So I'm going to get one of these because I can outbite it. It bites me, I'll be like, hold on, son. I have at least 30 more PSI than you do. It's about to get real. Yeah, okay, I can bite it back. That's the important thing.
This is not snow dogs. But is it? Could be.
Seriously,
they can bite through. And so can people.
Yeah. Then can't we? If we can bite harder than them, I can bite through hot ones.
And human bite through bone.
Yeah. All right, I'm getting one. Sorry, Butch, you're getting a roommate. We're doing this. Okay, so the anatomy. The spotted hyena has a strong and well-developed neck.
Wait, was that not in PSI? That was Newton's. Oh shit, you're right. Here, let me see PSI.
Oh, is that not in...
Oh my god, it's only 126.
For humans?
Wait, what the fuck is that? Yeah. The average bite force of a human being is 126.
Oh shit, Butch, never mind, buddy. Hey. Oh.
I hope you didn't put it on Amazon.
I can't cancel order. It's already been shipped. Damn you, Prime. Ah!
Your wonderful shipping.
No. This is the second time Prime has screwed me. Oh no.
The first time it's stuck.
Oh man. So was that the newtons of a crocodile or was that the PSI?
I think that was the PSI. A crocodile's 3,700.
Crap! Then what are their newtons?
So, crocodile.
That's gonna be way more newtons.
It's gonna be a lot of newtons. 16,460 newtons of bite force.
They have 1/16th the bite force. If you can get to the back of their mouth.
Oh, and just so we're clear, PSI is pounds per square inch.
Yes.
I have a cat now. She's upset that I talked about her very pathetic bite force.
They're hi kitty. Hi kitty.
She says it's almost be fed and she's very upset.
Oh. I'm sorry. You can bite as hard as a spotted hyena. Yes, you can.
Oh, yes.
Who's a little spotted hyena?
God, crocodile boy. Yes. Oh,
yeah. You have a pseudo penis? Yes, you do. Yes, you do have a pseudo penis. You can have one too. I'll get you one. I will get you a pseudo penis. Oh, well, yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot of bite force. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of bite.
All right, here we are. We're going down to the female genitalia.
Yay!
The genitalia of the female closely resembles that of the male. That makes bar scenes interesting, I guess. Just look up the conversation. Holy cow. Phrasing! The clitoris is shaped and positioned like a penis. A pseudo-penis it's capable of erection. The female also possesses no external vaginal opening, as the labia are fused to form a pseudoscrotum. The pseudopenis is traversed to its tip by a central urogenital canal through which the female urinates, copulates, and gives birth.
So do you know what docking is?
How do we know it's not a real penis? What makes it so? That's why I was saying, like, dating has got to be like, it's got to be interesting for the spotted hyenas, because they're like, at some point, are you going to give birth?
So how does it go in? The male penis. How does the male penis go into the pseudo penis?
Let me get my. I have 2 dolls I actually have to help explain how this is going to work.
Show on the doll where the pseudo penis is.
See, when a male spotted hyena really likes a female spotted hyena. The pseudopenis can be distinguished by the male's genitalia by its somewhat shorter length, greater thickness, and more rounded glands. They kind of have a chode.
So that's how you know, Mom. It's based on them being shorter and thicker.
Like a
like a chode.
Like a sheath?
Like a sheath.
Dr. Fire said like a sheath? Sorry, I had to say that.
Oh, a sheath. Gotcha. I would assume so. I'm guessing it's like docking. Don't Google that.
Wow.
Unless you want to. You're a grown-up. You can do what you want. You will regret it, but you can look it up.
Docking? Is that like something people shouldn't look up on Urban Dictionary?
That is correct. You will regret looking it up on Urban Dictionary.
Oh, dear God. Wait, what?
I wouldn't look it up on the street.
Stollier says 5,000 psi bite of Nile crocodile is apparently, what is it, 3 million? Or is it 34 million newtons?
What? How?
A square meter? Wow. Wow. We're going to clear that history.
I'll pass on that.
Wow.
Yeah, dark side.
Yeah, this is you're right, Stollier. This is where I would have fear of getting the sword. What else to say? In both males and females, the base of the glands is covered with penile spines. And there's a picture.
Yay!
Oh,
Did you know cats
no.
also have spines on their penises?
What?
Yeah.
Watch.
Because it hurts. The girls.
Oh, my God.
That's why they scream after having sex.
What is the point of that?
It does hurt, and they get very upset. It's supposed to make it so that it doesn't accidentally fall out.
It's like a grip?
It keeps the sperm in long enough for the female to get pregnant.
It's like Velcro?
Worse than that.
I think we were looking up something a couple weeks ago. I think it was some sort of rodent, a hedgehog or something. That has that has penile spines, and when they have sex, it's in a train. They have a train. We found out. I forget what animal it was, but they run. They run a train.
Don't pigs and/or ducks have corkscrew penises? Great question, Pyro.
Yeah,
we were just talking about.
We will get into other animals that have weird genitalia tonight. There's a list.
A train? Oh, that kind. Yes, Dad. That kind.
Yeah, not a choo-choo train.
Not a choo-choo. I mean, you could say choo-choo. But...
And there is probably somebody who's the caboose, but and there's a conductor, but it's not that kind of train. The formation the formation of the pseudopenis appears largely androgen, independent, as the pseudopenis appears in the female fetus before differentiation of the fetal ovary and adrenal gland. When flaccid, the pseudopenis is retracted into the abdomen, and only the prepuce is visible. After giving birth, the pseudopenis is stretched and loses many of its original aspects. It becomes a slack-walled and reduced prepuce. Prepuce with an enlarged orifice with split lips.
That sounds awful. That's sad. New insult, yay! You're right.
Slack-walled. You slack-walled reduced prepuce. You slack-walled prepuce.
This is my new go-to. I love it.
Wow.
Amazing.
Oh my goodness. And then, yeah, of course, there's diagrams between the male and the female.
Love it. Interesting. Wait, which one's which?
It looks like the male's on the left and the female's on the right. I'm not going to make that bigger for fear of Twitch being like, what are you guys doing? So let's see. Oh, they have information on mating.
Oh, good. Good. That's what we want.
The spotted hyena is a non-seasonal breeder. Okay. Though a birth peak does occur during the wet season.
Doesn't it always?
Oh, yes.
Females are polyestrous with an estrus period lasting 2 weeks.
Oh, relatable.
Like many feliform species, the spotted hyena is promiscuous, and no enduring pair bonds are formed. Oh, okay, it's a party. Okay. Members of both sexes may copulate with several mates over the course of several years. Males will show submissive behavior when approaching females in heat, even if the male outweighs his partner.
She's the dom.
Females usually favor young males born or joined into the clan after they were born. They're a bunch of cougars.
I feel like I need to tame myself during this discussion. Sister.
Older females show a similar preference, with the addition of preferring males with whom they have had long and friendly prior relationships.
Wait, did it just say they're cougars? They prefer younger men?
I said that they were cougars.
Oh, you did? Sorry, I was laughing too hard.
Yeah, I threw that in there. This hyena is a cougar in disguise. Passive males tend to have greater success in courting females than aggressive ones. Oh, I need to be a hyena in my next life because this one's not working out. Copulation in spotted hyenas is a relatively short affair lasting 4 to 12 minutes. I mean, that's a good amount
That's
of
pretty
time.
good. That's
Wow.
all right.
That's 80 times longer than me. And typically only blocked by the false scrotum and testes. I know, 4 to 12 minutes. I got shit to do. 4 to 12 minutes is short. Apparently. Both partners usually... My God, I can't finish this sentence. Both partners usually lick their genitals for several minutes after mating. All right. Do you not? They're probably done after 30 seconds, but the Velcro keeps them together longer. I can't. They're like, I'm not trying to thrust. I'm just trying to pull away.
Thank you, Pyro.
Oh my God. Oh.
It's just the stream we need.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
Wow. All right, so what were we talking about? Pigs?
Well, pigs and their really long orgasms? Is that what we're talking about?
I mean, we are now. Pigs.
That's the thing. Yeah,
Oh,
that's another
yeah.
weird sex fact about animals I unfortunately have the joy of knowing.
Yeah, they have 40.
Is
It was
that
like 45-minute long or something
30
like that.
minute, yeah.
Something crazy. Like,
Imagine I'm being with that for 30 minutes.
yeah. Well, I think you even have to be with them for 30 minutes. They're just enjoying it for 30 minutes.
Halfway through.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably. I'll be like, I'll leave you to that. I'm gonna leave.
You can keep, yeah.
I'm gonna get going.
Of course.
Enjoy that. Okay, so what do we want? We want to look up the mating, habitat and reproduction.
Mm.
The wild boar can take advantage of any forage resources. How does it get to reproduction? Therefore, they can live in virtually any productive habitat that can provide enough water and sustain large mammals such as pigs. If there is increased foraging on wood boar, like get to the part where this has nothing to do with reproduction.
This isn't what we wanted.
This is not what we're here for. Where
You're
are
about
they?
that 30-minute long orgasms.
Where are they?
Now I have to look up pig orgasm.
This is it. This is their blip on reproduction. This is it.
The longest orgasm mammal,
That's it.
according to the Guinness World Record book. It can last as long as 90 minutes.
Well, that gets annoying, I think. Like
It's a little
20
too
minutes,
long.
20 minutes in, you're like, get me off of this thing. I'm beyond the point of this being amazing, and now I just want to get off and just like I just want to eat a sandwich, and like I can't right now because my mouth won't close. So like, you know, like, oh wow. 90
Yeah,
minutes?
that's too many minutes.
Yeah.
No one needs that long of an orgasm.
No.
No one.
If you have to
Now,
like,
is that the boys or the girls or both?
that's when you have to like pencil it in. You're like, I have
Yeah.
I have a 2-hour opening between lunch and taking our kids to their after-school activities. We could do it then, but I'm not driving on that during that 90-minute period. You're gonna have to drive.
You're gonna be a little busy.
Yes. Just swerving all around the road.
Oh no! Oh no!
Can't stay in a straight line.
That's why pigs don't drive.
Oh. That's why. That is one of the reasons why. One of the two reasons
One of-
why
One
pigs
of two.
don't.
The other reason. Also, why they don't fly.
That's also why they can't fly.
So this thing says it's the male pigs that last 30 minutes.
Whoa!
I was gonna be like, if it's the girls, then I get it, but
It's not even the girls; it's the
that's
guys.
not fair. Of course it is.
How long
It
is
would
the
be.
How long is the
Thank God.
female?
That's what I'm curious.
What?
Are observations of males with real sounds with real ones as opposed to the fake kind of sound? Copulation duration. Oh, that's an amazing word. That's my new band name. Is copulation duration.
Copulation duration. We're copulation duration.
4 to 5 minutes, but can last up to 20 minutes.
4 to 5 minutes? See, I always figured growing up it was automatically the female. I never thought it would be the male that has.
How long do they actually, or how long do they say they had one?
We're gonna go to the pigs.
We're looking at pigs.
Wow. Okay. What else?
Whatever the truth. Wait. An online primer on how to artificially inseminate pigs warns practitioners not to interrupt the male before he's done, unless they want a very angry pig on their hands.
Well, damn.
Same.
Yeah. So that's the same as humans.
All right.
But you should have locked the doors. Okay, so the other one you wanted to look up was the duck, right?
Yeah, ducks, corkscrew pieces.
Okay. Relationships with humans.
And corkscrew vaginas. Amazing title.
Let's see, breeding. Ducks generally only have one partner at a time, although the partnership usually only lasts 1 year. Okay, so I'm like a duck. Larger species and the more sedentary species, like fast river specialists, tend to have pair bonds that last numerous years. Most duck species breed once a year, choosing to do so in favorable conditions, spring, summer, or wet seasons.
It's always the wet season.
Yeah. Could you imagine wanting to do it in the dry season? Whoa. Ducks also tend to make a nest before breeding and after hatching lead their ducklings to water. Mother ducks are very caring and protective of their young, but may abandon some of their ducklings if they are physically stuck in an area they cannot get out of, such as nesting in an enclosed courtyard.
Like, Billy, I don't have time for this. They don't even try. They're just like, this one's gonna die now.
Yeah, bye. Or are not prospering due to genetic defects. Or sickness brought about by hypothermia, starvation, or disease. Well, if you're not feeding your baby, then it's going to be starvation or disease.
It's like, why is my child dying of starvation? I don't need it anymore.
Ducklings can also be orphaned by inconsistent late hatching, where a few eggs hatch after the mother has abandoned the nest and led her ducklings to the water. Most domestic ducks neglect their eggs and ducklings, and their eggs must be hatched under a broody hen or artificially.
Imagine, no wonder she's broody. You have to take her of some other fucker's kids because she left early.
Damn.
I'd be mad.
Wow.
I love that they have to make a nest before breeding, because imagine you had to build a house, like, in order to, like, have a baby.
All right, we're doing it tonight. You said we were doing it tonight, and I built this whole cabin for us, and now you have a thing you have to go to? I did a full barn raising. The whole community was involved.
Dude.
How am I going to look Gary in the eyes this weekend and tell him he raised a barn for nothing? You're going to go play backgammon? You have a headache? I built a barn. that would be ridiculous. Oh my gosh. But they don't have anything about their corkscrew penises or their labyrinth-like.
So I
vaginas
found
on here.
lake duck. Because as opposed to the not lake ducks, the pond ducks.
You can't have headaches during wet season?
When you said you had a corkscrew, I thought you were bringing wine. Oh, no.
No. Whoa. Side note, this pelican.
So I did find the lake duck wiki page talks about corkscrews.
They have...
So.
Pelicans have teeth?
Yeah.
Look at that
Because
beak.
they used to be dinosaurs.
Oh my god.
At least that's my theory. What is the creature on its snout?
Crazy. So you said the lake duck?
Lake duck, yes. Has a section all on penises.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, there's here. Look at that. Look at the breakdown. Far left. Description. 1. Description. 1.1. Penis. 2. Behavior. 3, distribution. 4, references. 5, external links. This is how
They got to the point.
when I die, this is the wiki format I want. Archive this episode in perpetuity. When I die, this is how I want mine. Description, penis, behavior, distribution, references, external links. That's all you need. Clearly, it's an often asked category. All right, well,
God, the dog is here. She has woken him. She's chosen violence.
So the penis of the lake duck holds the Guinness World Record for having the largest avian reproductive organ. Wow. From a species.
I'm glad it only has the largest avian reproductive organ and not like some other. Can you imagine if it had the longest human reproductive organ?
Yeah, has the longest reproductive organ just on Earth. You're like, wow.
Like, wow.
Damn.
Those poor blue whales.
Oh yeah, I'll get to the graphic beaver. Don't.
Imagine being the person who drew that picture.
It's for Wikipedia. It's for Wikipedia.
Listen, Mom.
I was commissioned for this. I got paid half up front.
Oh God, it's too real, too relatable.
Oh my God. Even reproductive from a specimen in Argentina that had a penis measuring 42.5 centimeters or 16.7 inches.
That sounds about right.
Are you? What are you? What? How are you? Wait. What are you? What is that comment in reference to?
It's which one? The not porn one?
No, the confirming that. Yeah, that sounds about right. How many?
Oh, my message, my comment. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yours saying that sounds about
right. Is that how long are ducks? I need to know.
How long are ducks?
Are ducks
This one says 6. Oh, how long are they compared to their body? Like, how long are their bodies?
Yeah, like the body of the duck. How long is that?
Oh, this thing's got to be like
grows to 14 to 18 inches. So
you're 18 inches and you have a 16-inch long genitalia. Could you imagine?
No, I just said I'm not going to imagine that.
Like, of
I
course,
don't want to.
Of course, it's a corkscrew. They have to tuck it in. It's like pulling out like spaghetti noodles. Just like grabbing a handful of spaghetti noodles and like pulling it out of the colander.
1 second.
Yeah, it's like
take me a minute. They're tangled. They're like headphone cords.
Yeah, it's like going in your junk drawer and trying to pull out one pair of headphones.
The door, please. We'll be right in.
And you're like, oh, god damn.
Freaking Craig and his 16-inch penis.
The junk drawer.
Heyo.
It also has the longest penis of any vertebrate in relation to body length. The penis, which is typically coiled up in flaccid state, can reach about the same length as the animal itself. See, if we just kept reading, we would have gotten to it.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
When fully erect, but more commonly is about half the bird's length. Where is it? I see ducks all the time at the park across the street, and they're not like dragging this thing behind. There's nothing like hanging down there where I'm like, that's a third foot.
God. Sorry, 1 second. My dog is trying to knock over my ring light. Fairy, go lay down. We're good. Sorry.
There's no like third foot hanging out. Like, where's it going? Like, you can only tuck so much. If you had to tuck 16 inches inside of you?
Are there duck drag queens?
Possibly.
Ask me for a friend.
But more commonly is about half the bird's length. It has a soft tip and spiny base.
Oh.
It is theorized that the size of their spiny penises when with bristled tips may have evolved in response to competitive pressure in these highly promiscuous birds, removing sperm from previous matings in the manner of a bottle brush. It's ribbed for your pleasure, I guess, is what they're getting at.
Rude.
This is where ducks and humans differ. Ducks aren't about to be all cocky about their length. They don't have to be.
They don't have to be. When you got it.
Yeah, it's 2 inches shorter than me. Would a spiny base be a problem? 16 inches is a long way to go before you deal with the base. I mean, that's true. But how often are they not using? If I had 16 inches,
it would be in there.
yeah.
We would use the whole thing.
Although, whoa, look at this. Although most male birds have no penis,
Yeah, they have a cloaca.
wow. That's a penis. Okay, that's a picture of a penis.
That's what that picture is. Is
Thank
that
you.
is that an elephant based on?
I think so. But for the purposes of maybe getting kicked off of Twitch, if you guys want a Wikipedia lake duck, scroll down to penis. You can see that picture again for reference.
I'm only gonna be a little sorry if I'm the reason the stream is taken down.
Yeah, it's been nice knowing you guys. You can find me on YouTube Gaming.
We ended on a high note.
Ducks have a long, although most male birds have no penis.
They have a cloaca.
Ducks have a long corkscrew penis, and the females have a long corkscrew vagina, which spirals in the opposite direction. They're like doing this.
Thank God. Can you imagine if it was the same direction?
Yeah, the male often tries to force copulation, but the complex mating geometry allows the female to retain control. Most forced copulations do not result in successful fertilization.
So it works out for them.
Wow.
That's awesome. I didn't actually know that, so I'm glad that the rapist ducks don't get to have babies.
If you have to be demonetized, this is the worthwhile ways. If I get demonetized, I do have a Patreon. And you still want to support the stream when there's a loophole. Forced copulation, that sounds kind of like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you are correct.
That is the right. There you go. There's the graphic larger.
Is that like the Goose Game or whatever the fuck it is?
Yeah,
Is that like the same art style?
It's the same studio that made Untitled Goose Game.
Oh, that's the weird remake of it.
Yeah, this is gonna be the second one. This is gonna be titled Goose Game. Oh, meeting geometry. I feel like the public school system leaving that out is part of this country's problem with its citizens being terrible at basic math. Yeah, we don't need math. I need to know more about this. Right?
Yeah, I knew that, Pyro, that dolphins are also rapists.
Yeah, I know dolphins. Yeah, and otters. Yeah. Uncorked Goose Game.
It's like a fucked up version of the game operation.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a one.
Wow.
All right, you have to pull out the duck penis. It's like, okay. Damn it. Son of a bitch.
You never win. How come you never see the top duck spinning around? Hold on. Hold on.
It's like when you open a wine bottle. That's what it's supposed to look like.
They're interlocking. You see them rotating in opposite directions.
Mom, I need you to draw this stat. You draw it. My brother can animate it.
Oh my
waiting.
God.
If you hit the edges, does the nose light up and buzz? Yeah. Absolutely.
It's gradually speeding up.
Mm.
If you hit the edge, does the nose light up and buzz? Yes.
Absolutely.
Its whole beak does.
Cannot, Mom. Do not.
Wow. Wow.
Thank God for Wikipedia.
Thank you, Wikipedia. We're learning tonight. Do they have the meaning of... I think I tried looking at this.
Oh, thank goodness, Seismic Harbor's rating.
Oh, hello, Seismic Harbor. Good evening.
Hi, Noelle.
Hi, Noelle. How are you?
My sibling.
Hello, sibling. Let's give Seismic Harbor a shout out. Hello, Harbor.
Loosey Goosey also has a new meaning. Yeah.
Oh, no. Also, hello, Dusk Hunter. Welcome in. We've definitely not been talking about the reproductive organs
all.
of different animals in the animal
Don't look
kingdom.
at the screen.
So, as you can see, we're clearly talking about lobsters.
Yes.
So,
Nothing weird. Nothing weird about lobsters. It's
yeah, nothing. We didn't look up ducks. We didn't look up pigs. We didn't look up spotted hyenas. We did not do that. That's not a thing. I think on my first episode, I tried looking up lobster mating, but I don't think they had it on Wikipedia. But they have a really weird mating ritual.
And we definitely didn't see an elephant fetus. Yes.
We definitely
Beaver
did.
is correct.
Yeah, that did not flash on screen.
No elephant fetuses. Just for geometry
Oh, maybe there's something here.
with lobster. Homarus Gemaris. Great name.
I thought I saw the word mating in the description.
I
of
saw
this
the word
one.
sexual.
Mating occurs in the summer, producing eggs which are carried by the females for up to a year before hatching. No, that's not it. There's definitely something with urination and stuff involved in there.
Did you look up golden shower lobster? Question mark?
Oh, golden shower. The golden shower lobster. Ah, yes. I forgot about that breed. Lobster reproduction. Sorry, there's a knock at the door. Oh, hello, officer. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna have to end stream. That's weird. Where is it? Reef lobster. Maybe they have. Maybe look up like a specific kinds of lobsters.
All
There-
right,
there's-
make
oh,
sure
there's-
everyone, make sure you use the incognito tab. If you don't know how to do that, you just quickly. I don't actually know.
Worst time to get swatted with an elephant penis on screen. I can explain. I can't explain. Just take
And my Wiki-Wednesday is going to be so boring compared to this. Oh, no. You got this. Hey, you choose what you get to read
Yeah,
about.
Let's see.
So.
Let's just take a quick look. Rock reproduction. Huh.
Rock lobsters.
What did you want to look up?
Rock lobster.
Rock lobster. Control Shift N brings you to the private zone.
Oh, thank God for Dusk Hunter.
Control Shift N. There you go. See, that's how that. And then Wikipedia.
Rock porn.
I
What?
feel safer now. brings you to the private zone.
Oh, yeah.
Were there any other weird animal mating rituals we wanted to look up this evening? Any other animals that were tickling your fancy?
Don't say that with what we've been looking at.
Tickling
I
your
don't want-
fancy for 4 to 12 minutes, or maybe even 90 minutes, depending
Maybe
on
90
depending on the species.
Leopard slugs. Okay, we're going to leopard slugs.
Leopard slugs. What are we about to learn here?
Are those the ones that spar with their penises?
What?
No.
Is it a
you didn't hear
spotted
from me.
leopard slug? Is that what I'm looking up?
So.
Limax maximus?
Limax maximus.
Mating. Here we go. The mating habits of the Limax maximus, that's quite the name for and the maximus, are considered unusual among slugs. The hermaphrodite slugs court usually for hours by circling and licking each other. After this, the slugs will climb into a tree and other high areas, and then, entwined together, lower themselves on a thick string of mucus, evert their white translucent mating organs, penis, and their gonopores, openings on the right side of the head. On the head? The openings on the right side of the head? Entwine these organs and exchange sperm. Both participants will lay hundreds of eggs.
Both of them?
Both.
Oh.
But the penis goes into the head.
Yeah. Sometimes it does that, Tipsy.
I mean,
You've
that's
never seen that before.
that's skull right there. Yeah, that's a mind. I can't. I literally have a headache. I can't tonight. You don't understand. You don't understand. Oh my goodness. There they are with their egg cluster.
Wait, did Tipsy actually get bleeped before Angel? Right?
Yeah.
What can you do?
What can you do? I definitely don't have a button for that. Oh my
Absolutely.
god.
So is the penis also on the head like a unicorn? I think it said to the side of the head, like.
It says, let's see, it said evert their white translucent mating organs. I'm going to start referring to it as my mating organ. So they, and they're gonopores.
Is this what the meaning of headbanging is? Yes.
What's the meaning of what headbanging? Yes, this is headbanging.
Absolutely.
A gonopore, sometimes called a gonadopore, is a genital pore in many invertebrates. Hexapods, including insects, have a single common gonopore, except mayflies, which have a pair of them. Huh.
Fucking me.
But yeah, whatever this is, gonopore.
Gonopore.
But it's on the side of their
Genital
head. Openings on the right side of the head. So the gonopores are on the right side of the head. I don't know.
Do they have left-handed or left-headed ones?
All right, before we get into this, I need to know, are you right-headed or left-headed? I've had some bad experiences in the past that I do not want to. Hold on, there's another knock at the door.
Suddenly feeling a lot better about my occasional acne. Yeah, right? It could be worse. You could have genital pores.
Good lord. Oh, this
That
is
sounds like a
that's them mating. That's it. That's it.
Aww.
What is
Whoa.
that? What is that? Look at that.
Why does it look like a pacifier?
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm really looking at. Something like it's head to head.
That's it. Gordo recognizes this.
That's it. I've seen that. But like, where does all of this come from? That's the thing. Like,
The headbanging. Mm-hmm.
wow. There it is.
There she is.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, and
So
all
which
this
one is
while they're hanging by a thread. Look at what they're hanging by this little
Yeah, what the fuck?
tiny. This feels wrong, rubbing my mouse up and down that thing. I can't. Wow.
Corkscrews out the head.
Wow. I think I saw a cartoon of this.
It doesn't even look like two separate things.
Yeah, what cartoons are you watching? Does anybody else in chat have a weird mating animal that they would like to share for us to learn about this evening?
Did you bring enough to share with the class?
They name those something other than cartoons these days. We can't call them cartoons anymore. It's okay. That's just. It's okay. That's just the tail too far from the head to be anything inappropriate.
That's right. That's right.
That's true, because the penises are in the head. Wow. Okay. Well, I've learned a lot tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
More than we want to learn, but it's
I wish I could find the one about. I forget what all the facts about the lobster were.
right. Peeing sex animal.
Lobster.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I made a mistake. I'm closing this tab.
What did you?
Don't look that up. Don't look it up.
Okay.
You don't want to know.
I won't. Let's see. Where is there no lobster? Lobster mating?
Kind of wild and wacky animal rating rituals.
Who
The
knows?
male giraffe will approach the female and rub against her backside until she pees.
Yeah, they taste the pee and everything to find out if she's fertile. A lot of drafts are male on male. Yeah. When they, what was it called? Observational mounting.
Control shift N.
They Control Shift-N, Angel. Control Shift-N. Yeah, it was the observational mating is what they called it.
20 animal mating rituals from the cute to the cannibalistic.
Wow. So, what hobbies do you have, Angel? See if we can segue out
I
of
have a cat.
animal
and I have a dog.
genitals. Yeah, tell me about your cats and your dogs.
So this is Rosie. She is, how fuck old are you? You're 12. I've had her since I was 12.
Aw.
And she's an old lady. She's my baby.
Aw.
She is very tolerant of my bullshit. Ethan's got right, honey. Except when she bites me in the face. Which she's only done once. So, you know, it's a good track record.
Aw, with her tiny PSI.
12 years of bullshit, and I go, wait. This seems perfectly normal. Why do they say these are weird mating rituals? Ah.
It's
Or
true.
web spiders. Thank you. She's
Yeah.
she knows she's cute. She's very, very smart.
What kind of a dog do you have?
She is a lab and English Mastiff mix. So she is 90
Mastiff?
pounds a puppy. Mm-hmm. She's a big girl. Fairy. Fairy, come here.
Oh, whoa.
Come. There you go.
Like
Gnarl.
this, but huge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Oh.
Mhm.
90 pounds?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, she a big girl. Oh, that's my baby.
Wow. I've always wanted a dog.
She's a good dog. She is 18 months old this one.
Only
So she's still a puppy.
Only 18
And growing.
months?
Yep. She's
Oh,
still
God.
technically a baby. Because
Oh,
did you know that large breed dogs tend to grow till they're about 3 years old? They're technically not physically or mentally mature until they're. She's like trying to crawl into my lap. She's like, "Please, mom, please let me hold you."
Note to self, adopt a
I know,
3-year-old dog to avoid the surprises.
I know. All right, mom.
Aw.
Yep. She's a big baby.
How many pounds is she gonna get?
I think 95 gonna be her cap.
Okay, only 5 more.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh,
that's a big dog.
she's a big dog.
I feel like
She
only
doesn't
the
know she's a big dog, but she is a big dog.
so yeah, it looks like
Or
only
not.
the front part. Looks like she's like this much of her is in you.
Absolutely. It's just her neck and head, and the rest is all on the floor.
Jeez. 120
big
when
girl.
Angel stops preventing me from going
Yeah,
treat crazy.
No, we're not letting the dog get fat. The dog's gonna be nice and healthy, puppy.
Do any large dogs know they're big dogs?
No,
I
absolutely
don't
not.
think so.
Absolutely. They all think they are lap dogs.
Have you had dogs before?
No, she's my first dog. I've been
Oh.
around dogs, but she's my first.
Aw. You're like, go big or go home.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I already have cats, so it's like, why would I get a small dog? You know? It's like,
It's true. Like, I already have something small.
yeah, I wanted something bigger.
What kind of dogs did you have, Pyro?
Yes. Tell us about the dogs.
I've always wanted an Australian Shepherd. Is the one that I always
Ooh, there's a lot of energy. They're great dogs, but they're a lot of dog.
Yeah.
A lot of little dog. I want a Chihuahua next for my next dog. I want like a really big one and then a tiny one.
Chihuahua?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're actually really smart dogs, but a lot of people who get them go, oh, it's a small dog. I don't have to train it, and therefore it turns into a bit of a monster.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I would say Chihuahuas are one of the most misunderstood dogs in that a lot of people get them because they're cute, not more than because they want a dog that behaves and is well trained.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever met a trained Chihuahua. People just
They are
kind
not
of...
common, unfortunately.
Yeah, they just kind of let them go wild because they're so cute. What could they possibly do?
Yeah, I met one Chihuahua that was like well trained and they were so well behaved, and I was like, oh no, I need one. They're so fucking cute. The rest were pretty much all mixes. Doberman and Healer. That must have been a lot of dog.
Those are pretty much all mixes. A
Cairn.
Cairn Terrier.
Cairn Terrier. Oh yeah, yeah. Both cattle dogs and Dobermans are really smart.
Did
They
you
have a thing
mean
with their brain that makes them think they're bigger than they are.
Yorkshire Terrier? Like that kind of do they look like this? Roughly?
No, Yorkshire is different than Cairn Terrier.
I put in, maybe I spelled it because it says, did you mean Cairn Terrier? Oh, here we go. Cairn Terrier. Oh, like a little Toto looking dogs.
Yeah.
Aww.
Those cute cricket dogs.
Yeah.
They do look kind of just like a generic mutt dog. Like if you just threw one out, it's like, oh yeah, it's a mutt.
Yeah. But oh yeah, those are cute. I could get down with one of these little guys.
Terriers are a lot of dog. I wouldn't do it with a cat, but he was a little shit, but I loved him. Yeah,
Loved him.
that's kind of how they are.
Yeah. Very cool. Was there anything else we wanted to talk about this evening? What was your favorite TV shows growing up? Let's find out more about Angel.
Favorite TV shows growing up. Powerpuff Girls was a big one.
Yeah.
I loved the Powerpuff Girls. Me and my two siblings would dress up as Bubbles, Buttercup, and Blossom.
Okay.
I was Bubbles because, of course.
So you were
I don't know
Bubbles?
why, but of course, yes. I
Okay.
insisted. I was like, no, I am Bubbles. None of us were blonde, so we kind of just had to go with it.
Okay.
It's like, well, we don't have a blonde one or a redhead, so. But my oldest sibling was Blossom because they were the leader of the troop. They were the oldest.
Aw.
And then we were like, well, you can be Buttercup to my younger sibling. It's like, there's only one more. You can be that one.
Oh, Buttercup was my favorite. I loved Buttercup.
She's great.
She had the attitude. Like, she was like, I got this. Yeah, I like Buttercup a
I
lot.
like the one where Bubbles goes crazy and kills a ton of monsters. That one's
I actually shot a pilot with Tara Strong, who did the voice of Bubbles.
I have a picture with her from the Phoenix Comic Con I went to a few years ago.
Nice. Yeah,
She's really nice.
Yeah, she's really nice. We've been friends ever since, and that was like 7 years ago we shot that? Almost 8, going on 8 years? But she told me when they rebooted it, they didn't ask any of the original voices if they wanted to do it.
No, they didn't invite anyone back. And
Yeah,
it was the reboot was not great. It was not my favorite.
Let's see, the 2016 reboot series, is it still going?
Great.
I guess it ended in 2019, so it lasted
Good riddance.
a couple of years.
Oh.
I did not catch the new one at all.
It wasn't good, so you're in luck.
Fair enough.
It was not great. It's like when a movie producer is like, I know, we'll make a sequel for this, but instead of it being anything like the original, we're just gonna use the characters and put them in whatever weird ass fucking scenario. That's basically what it was. It's like, yeah, it's them like, we're just using the characters for whatever weird ass story we want. All right, Fairy, leave it. Sorry, the cat is fighting with the dog on my desk.
Yeah, producers can throw a lot of curveballs into
Didn't she voice Timmy Turner? She did.
production. Yeah, Timmy Turner.
And the Rugrats.
And Raven, the character Raven on it was Teen Titans or something like that.
Yeah.
She's done. Yeah, she's on.
Some voices.
Yeah, she's been in voice work since the 90s. I originally met her at Disney World in like 2007, I think, and then we ended up working together in 2013.
That's awesome. She seems super nice.
Yeah, she's really
amazing at what she does.
really nice person. Yeah, spot on. Like, she's great. She does Harley Quinn. Like, she's done so many voices. I never checked out the reboot. They added a 4th to the team. Oh.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that reminds me.
There's a 4th?
Well, I mean, there was technically always a 4th. Bunny technically existed. We just don't talk about her. We don't talk about that episode. Yeah, you don't remember
Bunny?
Bunny?
I don't remember
It
that
was
one.
an episode where the Powerpuff Girls decided they wanted to make a new sister, and so they did. And she was a little fucked up.
Okay.
She came out wrong. They added too much something or another. I don't remember what the fuck the whole thing was.
Sugar,
but
spice.
yeah, and she blew up in the end. Is what happened. Is she exploded and died to save them,
Wow, so she's the true hero.
as one does.
She was the only real hero out of all of them. She was
She's the subject of our last Family Dixit playthrough. She She was.
Your favorite movies?
Favorite movies? I like The Lion King. Lion King is my favorite.
What is it?
Or The Lion King.
Oh, Lion King, yes.
It's just so good. You know, my mom hates musicals. Can't relate. Like, I don't know where the fuck that happened, but I love musicals of all sorts. All the Disney movies. I like Broadway shows. I used to really like theater class at school.
Yeah, I did a
A
lot
lot
of
of
theater
fun.
growing up. Did you do
Mhm.
Did you do theater growing up?
Yeah, I did a lot of theater. I loved improv classes where I really shined. I was like, I don't know, I was always good at it, even though I was never really taught how. To explode and die. A great way to say it, Tuscunder says. Thank you.
What musical?
what
hurt
happened.
you?
But yeah, I would love to do voice acting because I feel like that would be a lot of fun.
It's fun. It is fun. It's, to me, like, I didn't get into voice acting until I lived in LA, and there was only one puppeteering agent in all of LA, and they just happened to be at one of the top 3 talent agencies in the US. So I signed with her, and then she wanted to market me more, so I started taking voiceover lessons and stuff like that. And I like voice acting for me is okay, but I didn't like how isolating it was in the end.
Right.
Because a lot of times you're not in the room with the other person, so you're just going into a recording session by yourself, and the ideal situation is the other person recorded before you, so then you can react to their track and fill in the blanks. If not, then you're kind of laying down the chemistry for the interaction. And I mean, it can be fun, but it was also way different than I expected it to be.
Yeah,
when I
that
started
makes
doing
sense.
it.
Yeah, I can see that being a little like not as fun as working on set with someone.
You know, like in the clips and everything, they always have the person like having fun and like talking into the mic, or like everyone's there with them and stuff. And you're like, a lot of times you just go in and they're like, all right, and it's just you and the sound person. They're like, all right, you're gonna hear beep beep beep, and then where that fourth beep would be is you, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. Sure enough.
I had a question. Oh, what shows did you do growing up?
Oh God. It's been so long. Kid.
Childhood.
Mom, what shows did I do growing up?
Do you have like a favorite role that you played where you're like, I want to do that again? Or do you have like a dream role where you're like, if I could do a show and I could do any role, I want to not do that?
I've suddenly forgotten the last 8-10 years of my life. My mom doesn't remember either. Then maybe that didn't exist. Maybe it didn't happen after all. What did I do?
I was talking.
I feel like most of our plays were very so I went to very horror schools, and I feel like a lot of our plays were like the ones that people could afford. Like there's this really obscure, weird play you don't know about.
Well, we can afford the rights.
Yeah, pretty much. Shows we did. Yeah, Noelle. What shows did we do? Which plays did we do? The suspense is killing me. That's kind of just me in general. It's like, come on, just give us the Pied Piper was one of them. Yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors?
No, we didn't do Little Shop. I know of Little Shop of Horrors, but I didn't do it. I think my sibling did. One of my brothers did.
Yeah, I want to do Little Shop. I've trained the plant puppeteer for a production, but I've never done it myself.
I was not an Annie, Mom. That was my younger 2 siblings, maybe 3. I remember my siblings' plays more than mine. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck happened when I was in plays, but I loved my siblings' plays. They were good. A murder mystery with a psychic. We were in the one where there was like an invisible rabbit. I was in that one. Noelle wasn't.
You sound like me. I was talking to Panda last week about how I did shows. I did a lot of shows growing up. I can remember the titles of them, but I don't remember any of my lines. I don't remember any of the songs I had. I barely remember anyone else who was in it. Like I know that I did them.
I know I did the things.
I did them.
I know there was one that had to do with shucking corn.
Wow. Okay.
Literally, that's one of the only things I remember was the song. It was like, we're going to the shucking of the corn. We're going to the shucking of the corn. A shucking of the corn and a blowing of the horn. We're going to the shucking of the corn. I don't know what the fuck
Shucking.
the play was about.
Let's see. If I type in shucking of the corn,
I was not in Susical, Mom.
what do we get?
Yeah, what the
Maize? No, that's just
Corn.
corn. Shucking and jiving.
Silver of the corn.
Corn on the cob. Corn jerker. I'm not clicking on that. Work song.
Yeah,
corn
yeah, Dark
jump.
Side. How many were you in?
Susical.
Susical was cute. I wasn't, though. I left the school at that point. 0. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'd remember all of my plays if I hadn't done any.
Wipe all memories of your acting sounds like me with the overly self-critical reviewing. Yeah.
Corn jerker sounds like lumberjacking.
All right, I'll click on it. Where's
Related to docking, question mark? You know? It might be. Don't look it up.
where
Don't-
was corn? Here it
Don't
is.
look up.
Corn jerker. In times before modern machinery, sweet corn was pulled or jerked from the stalk. The leaves were shucked off and the golden ears were thrown in a wooden wagon pulled by a team of mules. This was called corn jerking. In other parts of the United States, this harvesting process may have been known as corn snapping, corn shucking, or corn husking. The many laborers who walked the fields to harvest the crops were called corn jerkers.
Let's not gonna go jerk that corn over there.
All right, let's see if we can find corn jerking mating. How did they mate?
How do corn mate? That is quite tame for tonight's topics. It's about as
Yes.
literally a play about putting on a play. I wasn't in that one.
Oh, yeah, it was a play
Oh,
about
my family only remembers the one I wasn't in.
the play about putting on a play. Isn't that Noises Off? That one? Is that what you're talking about?
Mm.
The play where they're trying to put on a play? It's like a farce comedy. That
It's-
one?
I don't know if that's the name of it, but that does sound right. Like, yeah, it was like they were like trying to put a play together in the play.
It's
And-
everything goes wrong, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a comedy. Yeah, and everything goes wrong. I think that's Noises Off.
I can fix you on stage in
Many
many roles.
roles.
I can't.
She's like, I'm glad you can, because I didn't hold on to those memories. I don't think it's the same, but Noises Off is great. Yeah, Noises Off. There's a great show, The Play That Goes Wrong, which is kind of in that same vein. If you're ever like, what should I watch tonight, and I really want to laugh hard, look up The Show That Goes Wrong on Amazon Prime. It's made by the people who wrote The Play That Goes Wrong, which got like a whole bunch of Tony Awards a couple years ago. It's hilarious. The show that
Oh, did I?
the show
a
that goes
Chris-
wrong. What's that?
I feel like I did a Christmas Carol.
Christmas shows?
A Christmas Carol? Is that not the name of it? What's the fucking name of the Christmas one?
There is a Christmas Carol, the one with Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah. I feel like I did
Yeah.
that one. I don't know who I was. I remember it.
I auditioned for it once. I lived just north of DC. So I remember auditioning to play Tiny Tim at Ford's Theater where Lincoln was shot.
Oh, fun.
Didn't get it.
Probably for
Yeah, I heard that theater
that's bad.
doesn't
bad
get the greatest of reviews.
Weren't I the little boy?
Were you Tiny
I
Tim?
know. Was I Tiny Tim? I feel like youngest sibling was Tiny Tim. Or youngerest sibling.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 5.
And you are number.
I am number the second. I was like the number 4. No wait, 7. Second.
So you're number 2.
I'm number 2.
So you're 3 younger.
I'm baby number 2.
A lot.
A lot. You're
A
not wrong.
lot.
You're 5. We lost count. There are a few in the back that we don't. I don't want to talk about those.
Yeah, we haven't even named them yet.
No, we have a name, right, Mom? We have. What were their names? Penis and vagine.
Yeah.
What were their
Oh my
names?
god.
I don't
There's
remember why.
the legal name and then the name that Mom calls us.
Panisse and vagine.
Penise
Were
and
they-
Vagine.
Yeah, that's what my mom's next kids were gonna be.
Yes. My name is Penise.
If we ever have another kid, I'm going to call them Lou. Oh no,
Lou. For
Lou.
the bathroom.
It has to be spelled that way.
Well, before the pandemic, your kids would bring home more kids. Oh.
Yeah, true.
So, what do you do during? You said you're not working, right?
Right.
So what do
Yeah,
what do you feel? What do you do what do you do during the day? What do you find yourself doing?
a whole lot of nothing.
Any
She does a lot,
hobbies?
honestly. I do training with my dog. She does a lot of tricks. They taught her.
Mhm.
The goal with her being adopted, bought, whatever, was she's gonna be my service dog, and we're still working on that goal.
Okay.
She actually just came back from a board and train where she learned how to be a dog. No, she learned how to kind of settle down a bit because she used to be very excitable. I call BS. Oh yeah, I do art. Thanks, guys. I do the art thing sometimes.
Is your art anywhere where we can find it?
It is. I will. Do you want me to just post a link or send you a link to post?
You can post it right in the just right in the chat.
It's been a while since I've done art, and I've done the art thing.
Have you ever had a job? Like, did you ever have one like before you got diagnosed, or?
Yeah. So when I was 16, no, I had two jobs. When I was 16, I worked at Spirit Halloween.
Okay.
And obviously that was only a few months long of a job because Spirit Halloween isn't year round. And it was alright until my boss made me cry because he fucking accused me of being on my phone, and I was like, what the fuck do you mean? I haven't been on my phone this whole time. He's like, look, you made this post 3 hours ago, and I was like, I wasn't on the fucking clock 3 hours ago. What the? I was super upset, so I cried because I was a very sensitive child. And then my second job, when I was 17, 18, I worked at Target. And it was all right.
What did you
Just
do?
for the holiday season.
What did you do?
I was just a cashier.
Okay.
It was fun. They were nice. Like, I told them, I was like, I need a chair to sit on throughout my shift because I will pass out. And they were like, okay. And they're accommodating.
I worked for Target when I first moved from LA to Minneapolis.
I really liked my coworkers, and my bosses were really nice. I liked Target as a job. If I had not been disabled, it would have been a nice job, I think. But
Yeah.
I ended up fucking up my arm just doing the scanning. So that was fun.
The Target working environment reminded me a lot of the Disney working environment. It's a job that I've had where I was like, oh, I feel like maybe a lot of people who've worked for Disney have worked for this company. It gave me that same. Had that same vibe.
I liked it a lot. It was fun. There were a lot of fun experiences working there for 2 months. It was great. I applied like the week before Black Friday, or 2 weeks before Black Friday.
Oh God.
And then I had a tonsillectomy, or I had my tonsils removed. So I didn't have to work on Black Friday. I came like the week after. So I like missed out on the worst fucking week. And I was like,
oh, too
thank
bad.
God. Because I did not want to. Imagine starting on Black Friday. I cried a couple times. One time I broke a snow globe. These people, this super sweet old couple were like, yeah, we found this snow globe. It was the only one with this specific thing inside of it. I was like, oh, that's so cute. And I picked it up gently and I went to bring it to the little like our paper folding thing, and I just hit it right against the table edge and it shattered. And I just burst into tears because they just got done telling me about how nice this one, the only one in the store. And I was like, no, I've ruined their snow globe. It was so sad.
Aww.
They were super nice though. They were like, oh, it's okay. They're like, it's not. It's a fucking snow globe.
Yeah.
And it was just a fucking snow globe. But I was a very anxious child. So that was before all the therapy that made me more stable.
With the dog training, you're training it to be a service dog. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I mean that and just tricks.
What was that?
That and just doing fun little tricks.
What would the service dog do to aid you in Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome? Like, what would be the connecting point there?
Yeah. So dogs can be trained to detect both migraines and heart problems. Like if for example my heart rate spikes and my blood pressure drops, which is when I normally tend to pass out or faint, she would be able to alert that, so that like they have a way that based on your scent, I guess, they can smell the difference between you normally and you when you are at that point. So you train them to alert you before it happens so that you can then either, get to a safe place to lay down, or if it's a migraine, get home, for example. If you're like at the store or something, it's like, okay, I know a migraine's coming on. I want to drive home before I get a migraine and then have to drive. If you're going to be big enough to ride. No, unfortunately not.
I'm conflicted. I don't know if I would want the dog to tell me I'm about to have a migraine or not. Dog's like, you're gonna have a migraine. No, I'm not. Stop it.
Stop it.
Don't you? You can't make me. No. Like, please no. Please no. No.
There are dogs that detect seizures if you have those. I don't, thankfully. But
yeah, I've heard of dogs like detecting insulin for people with diabetes, like if their insulin is getting low.
Yeah. Driving with a migraine is very much no good. Yeah, no.
Like, wow.
Worse with an anxiety attack. Oh, God. Triggering, sorry.
Do you drive?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
So, yeah, I basically, I don't have a car. No job, so no car. But I had a really bad panic attack one time, and it has scarred me a little bit. And it just, I also dissociate sometimes. So I kind of lose, I not lose consciousness. It's weird to explain what dissociating is. Mm-hmm. Oh, fucking look it up. I feel like Wikipedia to explain it. But it basically, extreme zoning out is a good way to put it. Yeah, where you lose, you completely zone out, and when you finally come back in, it's you may or may not remember all the stuff that happened while you were zoned out. And some people zone out and can drive perfectly fine. I almost ran into a wall. I'm sorry that you had to find out, Mom. I almost ran into a wall in an accident. And I slammed on the brakes last second. It's a little freaky. And I was like, I'm not gonna do that anymore.
Yeah.
It's just too much risk. And thankfully my insurance actually has basically free, for my type of insurance, free taxi cabs to places that I need to go, whether it's a doctor appointments or to a store. I obviously can't be like, yeah, I want a taxi to drive me to fucking a bar so that I can drink. That's not how they work. But if I needed to go somewhere like a grocery store or a doctor's appointment, for example, they are covered by my insurance, which is really nice.
And do you live in a city area, or do you have access to buses that will take you to
Yeah, I'm
different areas and stuff?
5 minutes down from my parents, so my mom and dad drive me all the time if I really need it. They're right down the road.
I need to move around so I can get part of that Beaver Uber.
Yeah, there you go. The Uber.
'Cause I don't have a car either. I'm carless as well.
That Beaver Uber, that boober.
The boobers.
The boober.
Got up a.
I like it.
Grab a boober.
I have good parents. They drive me around, even though I am 20 years old.
Hey, that's fine. Everyone has a different journey in life. I don't judge anybody.
My roommate also drives me around. He raises his arm what about me?
Hey!
What am I? Shop the liver?
What am I?
My roommate drives me around too.
How long have you guys been roommates?
For almost 10. Has it been 5 years yet? Is it almost 5 or almost 4? I don't remember. 4. It's been 4.
Good amount of time.
Roommate. My sister only recently got her license 9 years older than me. Yeah, I got my license at 8 because I didn't want to drive. So I was scared to drive. And now I know that I should have been. I was right. I was right to be scared of driving.
That was the right thing to do. I started driving when I was 16. I now haven't had a car for almost 8 years, and I don't really miss it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to go a lot of places. It's taxi will get you there, and you don't have to pay constant insurance on it or whatever. Yep,
I live downtown. I'm like, what do I need to pay for parking and maintenance? And I can walk to Target in 15 minutes. If I
we have a Fry's that's 5 minutes down the road, so
that's good. I got my license.
Not that I can walk that far, but somebody can.
Beaver.
Hey, Dad, I totally would too. If I was like, Dad, will you walk to the store? Don't drive. I know you have a car. I need you to walk to the store and then walk it to me.
You need to disguise it as a hike. So that way he'll go and like not know he was going there. I found this new trail, Dad. He's like, oh, no.
You were a good driver in terms of being conscientious and careful, but some disability can't be overcome. Yeah.
Yep.
I tried to be very safe. Could you not pull off my green screen? Thank you. There's a cat behind there. Like, this is a scratching post. Yeah, I was a good driver, but unfortunately, it doesn't matter if you're a good driver if you don't remember driving half the time.
Yeah.
It's an urban trail. Yeah, Dad.
It's one of those new urban trails. They paved it. Oh.
Yeah, interesting, right?
It's
Yeah,
more
while
of
you're
a drive and less of a walk.
I need you to pluck a tree. It's in aisle 5.
Yeah.
It has ice cream in it. Don't ask. Don't ask.
Yeah. Just bring it home.
Just bring it home for me. Nice.
Ice cream.
We love ice cream. Don't mind the cat. Don't mind the cat.
Did we get a location for where people can look at your art? Where can they go?
Oh my god, did I not post it?
I think we both got sidetracked. I was like, oh yeah, we never actually
That's so like me.
posted that in there.
I
Hey, Lo-Fi.
posted.
Hello.
That's my DeviantArt page, and then what's my Instagram page? Hey mom, do you know my Instagram? Oh, I remember now. Never mind.
Lo-Fi is going to be hanging out with me next week for people who are here. Lo-Fi is my French-Canadian friend, which I'm sure we'll be talking about poutine and sound design and working in the video game industry and all that good stuff. So Lo-Fi will be hanging out with me in the chat.
I'm
next
like
week.
1/16 French-Canadian.
There we go. Ooh la la.
I did do some streaming on Mixer before. It was fun, and I'd love to do it again. I don't know, it's hard for me to stream alone, and like making sure people are willing to do things on a schedule is hard, which I totally understand
Yeah.
because I have no schedule, and sometimes it's hard to schedule.
Oh yeah, like this pandemic has given me a look into that world. I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't had a job since last March, but I don't know how to set my own schedule.
Schedules.
You leave me to my own devices? Oh,
Wait, I
geez.
don't have to sleep and wake up? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll write off sleeping for 5 hours later than it should be, and we'll wake up probably early because life. Sound design and potato gravy. What a potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, why are we talking about potatoes? What did I miss?
You put on Instagram is angels_artistry.
Yeah.
So you can find more of her graphical work there.
It is my work.
Well,
Pretty sure the beaver. Yeah, the beaver.
Yeah, you give that beautiful artwork that you did of me and Beaver.
Oh, just that little thing. Oh, whatever.
Yeah. You can check out some of our work on our YouTube channel under the Sunday Funday Monday clips.
Yeah,
see
such a beautiful drawing I did.
You can see that beautiful drawing.
Hmm.
I think is there anything else you want to talk to before we wrap this thing up? Or does anybody have any last?
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
I'm on the TV.
Look at me. I made it.
Look, wow.
Woohoo.
Or does anybody have any last questions for Angel before we take off? I want the Academy.
Can ask anything.
Feel free to ask.
Only on Wednesdays.
Only on Wednesdays, though.
Not questions any other time of the year. How do you make art? How do I make art? How tall am I? I'm 5'4".
There you go.
And thanks, Angel, for the line. You're welcome, Pyrope. How do I make art? I mostly do digital art on Photoshop. I usually sketch out on pencil and paper, and then I scan it into my computer, and then I line it and do all the pretty coloring stuff there because I am afraid of committing to coloring on paper So I don't do that. If it's too permanent of an art style, I don't like it.
I feel ya.
Just because I'm too scared to mess it up. So it's much easier when there's layers involved.
Yeah, and that's funny you say because that lends really well to streaming. Because I don't like because people are like, well, why don't you just do a YouTube channel? I'm like, because I don't like the idea of making content and then posting it and going, is anyone going to see this? Like, I'd rather stream and be like, so you don't like what I'm doing? Well, what if I do this? You know, and I can just like change it on the fly. So I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I would love to stream again. I want to play Undertale again.
Okay.
One of my favorites. Good game. So who knows? Maybe Angel will force herself to stream. Beaver gave me the green screen, so now I'm legally obligated to stream.
That is the entry point.
This is how it starts. Because Undertale is the best. It is the best, Pyrope. You're in the game, Pyrope. There's a Pyrope.
There's a Pyrope in the game?
There's a Pyrope in Undertale.
Oh. I need to check that one out. Daisy keeps bringing it up to me.
Game. It's a really good.
Daisy keeps bringing that one up to me. I need to check
You should play it. I'll play it, and then you should play it. It's like a rope that's on fire. Yeah.
Yes.
Pyrope.
Undertale. I think I have it downloaded on
It's probably my favorite game these days.
I think I have it on multiple platforms. I've never played it. Whenever it's on sale, I'll be like, yeah, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
I have like on Switch, I have an Xbox One, and probably on my computer, and I've never played it. I have a lot of games like that.
It's a really good game. It has a really good storyline. I love all the characters. I'm invested in their story, and I can't wait for them to... Do we know what the fuck happened to Deltarune, Noel? What happened to that? There was a sequel that they did, and then they didn't... I don't know if they released more than the first part.
Let's see what they're working with. See, do they have a development section here?
Yeah.
Development, game design, writing. Oh, well, we kind of need to go to their studio page, probably. Game Maker Studio. And see what they have in terms of history.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Then a whole pandemic happened.
In January 2021, Yo-Yo Games was sold to Opera Software for roughly $10 million. The development team of Game Maker remains the same and has not caused any major... Okay. I'm not seeing any... I'm not seeing, like, games developed or...
Yeah, I remember the demo chapter, Pyro, and it was fun. I really liked it. I wish I knew what happens next.
They don't seem to have anything about the fact that they made... Oh, that's just the engine. Who's the developer? Oh, Toby Fox.
Toby Fox.
Deltarune. On October 30th, 2018, Fox tweeted a request for fans for Undertale to check out the game's official Twitter account in 24 hours. The following day, Fox released the first chapter of the follow-up to Undertale, named Deltarune, for a free under the guise of a survey. On November 1st, Fox shared more details regarding the game, including the rest of the chapters that were expected to release simultaneously, but work had not started yet, and there was no estimated time frame for completion. Fox also stated that he had been working on the project since 2012, and that the idea for Undertale developed from Deltarune during production. On June 12, 2009, as only the first chapter of Deltarune had been playable for several months, Fox expressed on his Twitter account that he had hoped he would complete the rest of Deltarune, saying, "Slowly, I'm writing and drawing it all out," and stated that he has written about 50 songs past chapter 1.
Well, good for him. That's awesome.
Okay.
I mean, I can relate to taking a really long time to draw things, so I totally get it. That's awesome.
Yeah, looks like he started.
In the work.
Looks like he started working on that first, then was like, okay, I have an idea for Undertale, then just did that one instead.
I didn't know that. I didn't know Deltarune was first in the series.
Look at that. Knowledge!
Now we know. Learning its power.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
this was
thank
fun.
you for letting me join.
Of course.
At a time.
I like learning more about Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome.
And penises.
And penises. And
you can never go wrong.
You can never. Well. Well. That's a big broad statement to make.
That's fair.
It was fun. I'm excited for when it comes out in full, whenever that is. It could be quite a while, sounds like. Yeah, it looks like they're still working on this one. But thank you so much for being here. We will have this episode uploaded to YouTube shortly after this. And remember, next week I have Lo-Fi, and the following week Dr. Pyrope is going to be joining me on Wednesday night. We're going to do some rock talk. Is there anything that you would like to plug at this time?
Talk. Sorry.
Anything you'd like to plug at this time?
Honestly, not really. You could probably follow me on here if you want. I'll try and stream eventually.
Okay.
I want to stream again. I just have to make myself do it. You know.
Yes.
Sunday, Fun, and Monday. Yeah. It's my favorite day of the week.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, you really should.
Yeah, you can normally find in the chat. We can find Angel in the chat on Monday nights, hanging out with us as we're goofing around trying to figure out a crossword puzzle from the archives.
Usually adding in penises at some point or another.
Usually adding in penises. But thank you. Bye, everyone. Have a great rest of your whatever time of day it is.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. If you're here for the first time or maybe you're watching the VOD, please consider giving me a follow. You can find all the social things down below to social stalk me across all of the things. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. And I will see you next time.
And like Darkseid said, a solid penis or womb is always there.
A solid penis. God damn it. Thank you to my Patreon supporters, Adjective Beaver, Licho, and Mamaru for being awesome people and helping me out at the highest level. If you like what I'm doing here on Twitch, whether it's these Wiki-Wednesdays or Sunday Funday Monday, or really anything I'm doing across social media, and you want to support me as a content creator, Patreon is a wonderful way to do that. And here's some other awesome people who are supporting me in that way, including Darkside, who's hanging out with us tonight, and the Rusty Panda. So thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate it. Thank you to my moderators, Daisy Days, Licho, Galvos the Green, and the Rusty Panda for being awesome people and making this a safe place for you to hang out. And my creative team, Darkside and Sleek Mouse, for making it a beautiful place for your eyeball holes. You can find more of Sleek Mouse's work on Instagram at Sleek Mouse. Last but not least, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Angel.
Yeah, what's up?
Can you give me your best?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Perfect.
Thank you.